I got my Henry jersey on. I'm trying to run over this market. Let's go. First solar is definitely in play for me. We'll see what happens, guys. I'm ready to short it here. I'll let you guys know what happens here out the gates. I'm going to get out for sure, but it's right off of that. You see that's 9:49. We got about a minute left on this candle. I'm trying to get through it. Let's see what happens. If not, gonna take a big hit here. All right, here's First Solar trying to stop me out of here, guys. We'll see what happens. It's definitely trying that. Here goes the push. Got to get ready to get out. I'm out there, guys. Just took a big little beating there, guys. Oh, wrong trade there. You guys see me make a mistake here. Sometimes you make mistakes, right? You got to just hold it to it. But I'm always going to let you guys know even when I make a mistake, right? Took the hit, guys. Took the hit. Going to keep battling today, but definitely took a big stop out there in First Solar. Got to take shots. Shots are taken. Took a hit. Let's bounce back.
What about Tesla? Do you think that's coiling up for something? Look at this. I'm looking at the VWAP. You know, I like to plant those VWAPs on like the high volatility areas. So I've got the earnings low, and then I've got the high from the volatility of the earnings. And we kind of trapped between the two. We've certainly got the deviations there that we've tapped into already. We haven't quite tapped that deviation below at 167.30, but we are trapped again between these two liquidity pools. You know, if you're looking at that, you're seeing a nice kind of double-shouldered head and shoulders there potentially. But what are you thinking on that, Mitch?
I'm just going to try to keep it simple for me. I know today we're doing a little bit of some fun action, doing a little bit of MACD versus the RSI. So why not look at that? You can see how it's moved from the bottom action as it came down from that 20 spot. So this was bullish momentum, bullish momentum. Now we've started to get back above the zero line, which is this dotted line here. You can see how you start to get above that. So I'd be looking for moments to pull back into those areas to hold. So maybe we get one more crossover through that. You can see it right here, how it's starting to cross over on the light blue line, then that next move higher. So right now I'm looking for a little bit of a decline as this comes back towards 165. Then it starts to kind of curl back through. Why? Because at the end of the day, you can start to get this kind of inverse head and shoulders look. I look for these all the time. So I'll move into this spot here. Give me that look back there. Then it's going to look like an inverse head and shoulders. Then I'll look for the neckline break, which is over here, right? Work back there towards that 190. This looks like an inverse head and shoulders. This is the head, left shoulder. Now can we make that right shoulder and bend out of it? You guys know I'm a pattern kind of guy, so that's what I'll be looking for. And what this helps is this tells me maybe look for a quick day trade to the short side on Tesla. Long term or swing kind of weeks out, I could look for Tesla to come back and curl back to that 190. Both sides in play. Wouldn't you know it? It's a market, guys. First Solar is definitely in play for me. We'll see what happens, guys. I'm ready to short it here. I'll let you guys know what happens here out the gates. I'm looking at this like if I was a bull, up one, down one, up two, down two, up three. Could try to hold this trend line on a pullback. So you see this trend right here. Sometimes like if I'm in a bearish move, I'm looking at what's the bullish move. The bullish move is probably holding this area here and then back up through. Always like to know what's the opposite side of even my trade. So I could look to see if that's what's going on. So you see right there into that level. This is where the bulls, I think, would try to defend that trend line. You see the wick there. So they're defending it. Now let's see if they can actually bring it back to the 277. That's where bears get worried, like me. Right. And then that's the same thing, right? I always like to show that there's both sides of trading, man. There's someone probably looking at this chart right now in a bullish sense, and there's someone looking at it in a short sense. That's trading. Say if you ain't fading, you ain't trading. In this case, I'd like to see a 1 minute crossover, that light blue cross back through that yellow line and start to come back down towards this zero line. There's the cross. Now I'm looking for the down move, not the cross back. It equally can bounce off that line. You see how it right there? That's not what we're looking for. And you see that turnaround there. So the bulls definitely kind of bought that back up. Now the pressure's on me as a bear. A lot of selling pressure right up here. So I'm looking for that selling pressure to hold in and then come back down. So the trick would be, okay, now to come back through that. And on this test, now we break down. So I like to draw it out for you guys so you understand and the newer traders can learn. I'm looking for a really quick rejection of a bullish move and then takedown. So right in this level here, in this little gap spot, I want to see it reject that 277 move, take out the 272. There you go. That's a good move right there already, trying to trap some bulls. pulls there. Now I'm looking for 275s and 275.50s for add. Got to be quick. Got to be quick. I think I'm going to get that wick attempt here where it's going to wick above that. And that's where I got to be a little bit careful. There it is. That's 277.40s. But the spread is going wide right now. Just that last attempt for the breakout. So I'm just trying to hold through it. If not, I'll get caught on that push up and then I'll just get out on the loss. So yeah, 277. It's propping there. It's holding a little too much off this 277, guys. That's what I'm a little bit concerned on. I can see buyers trying to step up there. It's 5-minute candle and can't close above this high here for the rejection move off of this.
All right.
First solar giving me some gray hairs today, guys. We'll see what happens right now. It's right on the breakout spot. So I'm looking to see if we can do a down move here back to the VWAP. And then what I can do is I can either go for the swing or reduce exposure there just because it's been hanging out. The Qs is what I'm really watching right now. I just did a quick pullback, but hasn't really broken down. It's just pulling back a little bit. There's this like last bullish. So do know it. It's right there off that right there. So it's right now just trying to do this kind of like little blow off attempt, and it did come back to that spot, didn't break it there. So I got to be careful here. Definitely doing that kind of wick here. So the big thing for me is a 5-minute close above this 277. I'm going to get out for sure, but it's right off of that. You see that's 9:49. We got about a minute left on this candle. I'm trying to get through it. Let's see what happens. If not, going to take a big hit here. At least First Solar made a down attempt there here. So what I can do is if it starts to get back towards my entry here, I can try to limit down the damage here and just take half out and look to see it work because the range has expanded here, but still no break of this trend line. Need to see this trend line start to break here. It's just going to be all dependent on what the market gives me, right? That's what it's always about, guys. Unfortunately, we don't determine what the market gives, and I'm just focusing on right now my levels. There's still a rejection here that could happen here, and you see the crossover. So the momentum slowed down, but we're not getting really that pullback to VWAP. That's what I need to see next to stay in this trade. If not, 278s up here, definitely going to start pushing me out. So you can see the spread also trying to collect volume up there. That's good and bad thing, right? You're opening up the spread about 60 cents here, and that leaves room for buyers at the 278. So you see how it's holding the trend line. That's not a good thing. It should be closed down below to this 275. Then that could be a help for me, but it's approaching right now the breakout. I took my trade on First Solar today, and I'm just sticking to it. I might lose about 300 to 400, but it's okay. The positives should be, if it's in my favor, it's about a $800 trade. So let's see what happens here. All I can do is just stick to the risk to return game. Right now it's trying, you see how it's like teetering on that trend line. Here goes the push. Got to get ready to get out. I'm out there, guys. Just took a big little beating there, guys. Oh, wrong trade there. You guys see me make a mistake here. Sometimes you make mistakes, right? Got to just hold it to it, but I'm always going to let you guys know even when I make a mistake, right? All right, so we just went off that 279 spot. So there's a stop out. Boom. Took the hit, guys. Took the hit. Going to keep battling today, but definitely took a big stop out there in First Solar. Got to take shots. Shots are taken. Took a hit. Let's bounce back. All right. Love to see it, guys. And like always, we're going to keep battling with you guys. You guys don't go anywhere. There's a lot more for you guys. Trade the Pool has it all, right? And don't forget, we will be announcing that swing trading program on the event right above. No BS, live trading. Get it, guys, the playbook. That's what we're all looking for. We're all looking for edge. We'll see you back tomorrow morning. Smash the like before you get out of here. Time to keep going, guys. The battle's still on.